Hello, and welcome back to the Anduin campaign. And where you left off, we had a lot of money banked, and we were moving on Dunland. We'd also moved up to Barradvin and laid it under siege. And we had Royal Farbad now under siege. Now, with Huntmaster Bjorn, I'm almost wondering whether or not we should withdraw from the siege next turn. And our armies are all merging. Anduin continues to make his way south as well. And we're nearly in a position to help Rohan. The men from which they hail, the Airfjord, ride to the south to the aid of their cousins in arms, etc., etc. And yeah, I'm not actually that bothered about fighting this. I feel like we should probably run.
We need to scatter the men. Flee! Lifting the siege.
And you know, I don't really want to fight this. Let's just make sure that the auto-resolve doesn't kill Huntmaster Bjorn. Yes! Thank you! That's brilliant. That's legitimately ridiculous. I love it. The clans of Anduin have had their last stand script triggered. Oh, we've got some more troops making their way over now. So in 3 turns we'll have 3 more units ready. We'll take them and those Vale Defenders. And in Cameth Brim we will take all 3 of them. And we're still 3rd overall.
Your orders, my lord.
Anduin continues to make his way south.
Vigil over the lands. Making camp here. Yes, my lord. To battle.
Right. So we have the ability here to kill the faction leaders.
Your orders, my lord. Shall engage.
First of all, let's save this battle and hopefully defeat them. Yeah.
Glorious victory. A most noble conquest.
Now let's build the guild house. Nice. Okay. Let's move
Erecting a watchtower.
him onto the bridge.
Yes, to battle.
And we now have Captain Huntvar and Huntmaster Frecker the Wrathful to fight. And this could be the end of... Ah, it's not, because he's only the faction heir still.
Muster your courage, men.
Unless it doesn't update who the faction leader is. Until that's been dealt with. Right, start the deployment.
Await my orders.
Aha! What a lovely hill we have here. So, artillery landveilig. With 3 units of archers. 4 units of archers. I do apologise. Then we've got some mercenaries that we can put up front. A single unit of cav. We can also put the woodmen up front as well. So these will be our trash units. Then we've got some Valesmen. Then these three. You two, or in fact you four. And in fact, we'll have those guys up front. Keep changing your mind. That's always the best way to be. And then our general. And one more unit. Ah, another unit of Yawnings. So they can form up here. With the Carrot Guard.
The enemy have brought up more men.
Right. So the catapult can move up to that position. These guys can move up to there. We'll take one flanking force up to this point. Take our archers. And move them up to there. We'll take these units to this flank. And support with our general here. Have our cav. And we'll have these guys form up to there. The cav can move round to this position. And we can also bring up our trackers as well. Up to here. And then let's change the lineup on this position and move them out. And they're running away. I would expect no less. Okay, let's put this all into a unit and then let's move them up to like here. Right. Yeah. And I'm expecting them to sort of hold position into this point here. So let's just level the playing field, so to speak. Got 7 missile attacks, decent. How come the Vale defenders are like... Right, so we are zoning out the cav at the moment. I want everyone out of the group now. And we want the cab to pull out in that direction. Right, come on, run. Come on. Firing more.
Is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
Right. Advance. Take all of the archers, and I'm sorry I'm being a bit quiet. I was just thinking about setting up those troops in the right way. Right, so the carrot guards. We've already caused a rout there. You know what? You guys hold fire. Right. In you go. Frustratingly, they have made our lines there because the bandits broke. So we are going to run a rear charge into them. Alright, come on guys. They are shaken. That should cause a rout, ideally. No, not quite. Fine. Moving on the war chanters.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
These spearmen are having a bit of a bad time. And our general is going to throw himself into where the fighting is thickest. Right, so this unit run a rear charge into those guys. And there go the Isengard Axemen. And Huntmaster Frecker is dead. Which might mean the end of their faction. If I've calculated this correctly, which I might well not have done, but everyone gonna go in and follow them. We've killed 66%. And we will end the battle, so they lost over 1,500, we lost 800. But the main thing was killing off their general. That was the sort of main task that we had our troops need to complete. And they did complete it quite well, so that's a positive. And we've got some Ents in the background. So that's still a faction.
We shall engage. We shall prevail.
And it was a clear victory.
Triumph! My lord, our courage and honor have conquered.
And Isengard would appear to hate us after that. And let's get a grain exchange, why not? So, the Blitzkrieg has worked up into a point. The only issue is that they have more forces than we expected, and we weren't able to one-hit KO them. But we got some more armies making our way into this direction, and I am not particularly worried about the fact. I mean, we are in a very good spot, all things considered. Really? You're unhappy? Really? Here, have some footmen. Still unhappy? Great. Have some... No, I want all the elite. Have some horses. There we go. Perfect. Right. Go meet up with Huntmaster Bjorn. Let's end the turn here. And these armies are moving on towards Isengard. And Dunland have well and truly had it. I think we've well and truly been able to take them out quite easily. They've not put up as much of a fight as they normally do. I mean, the problem is they are going to get their last stand script. There's just no way that we're going to probably be able to avoid that. But oh well, there's worse things that could happen. We're going to marry that person. The Morannon is besieged. Which just shows how badly
yes, my lord.
they are doing.
Yes,
Your orders, my lord.
With honor.
And we've made it to Honor Drive.
Camp here.
It's going to be cool fighting a new faction. I can't remember the last time I fought Isengard, so there's at least that. We're going to put the standing stones on there first to build.
Battle, lads. Besieging the enemy. Siege force reporting, my lord.
So we are now sieging them. Baradvin doesn't have a huge amount, but they do have their factionaire present.
Yes, my lord.
We shall engage.
And we are making our way
This tower will keep vigil over the land.
onwards to Heorot.
Approaching quietly. Approaching quietly. My lord.
They've been forced out of their homeland.
Approaching quietly. Approaching quietly. Approaching quietly.
And we now border Isengard, who we're about to come to blows with. Right, let's end the turn in a second, although we've got some Veiled Defenders that have just built.
Joining all orders. My lord. As you wish. March to exhaustion, continuing later.
And we'll take the Eotheod Cavalry. 7 gold coins at the end of that turn, so the AI is definitely building everything that we need in our empire. We're up to nearly 5,000 gold a turn at Goblin Town, which is an absolute ludicrous amount of money that we're making out of that. The Imladris have got just a full banner army, just stood there, doing F all. And with every faction we wipe out, at least it makes the turn ends quicker. So there's that. Take the Hunter's Guild. But I don't want Dantalad. Right, I have forgotten about this side of the Empire slightly.
Your orders, my lord.
Can you get any units? You can. Right, keep the recruitment coming. The more troops we have, the better.
Your orders, my lord. Yes, my lord.
And in fact, if we can get a third army going, so I have 1, 2, that would probably be best. So, Gleowine, keep making your way towards Heorot. And siege is going well there.
Yes, my lord.
Got 6k with which to spend. Now, we can get some more units, but I don't think we need to. This army is... Right, this army's ready to go. Right, so Faction Heir is making his way south. And I think we will send him...
Going tomorrow.
We will send him towards Isengard.
My lord. We have marched our limit. Continuing tomorrow.
So in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 turns, he will reach the crossroads next to the Gap of Rohan.
Your orders, my lord.
As you
And Maegor has declared war on Isengard.
Yes, my lord.
to battle. Making camp here.
Your orders, my lord. Yes, my lord.
This has been fairly impressive overall. Right. I'm sorry about the rain going on as well. Right, let's end the turn. Just trying to convince the AI to build as much as it can. Okay, so it's the first of our fights against Isengard. And I think we will end the episode here. So we have Gazog the Mauler, who's coming, I think, from both Maulers. So this guy, there's Grashnag the Mauler that's coming from the town, who brings not a lot. They're pretty basic. And Gosmog, they've got very high dread. So we're going to need to be very careful, because that person's got insane dread. That person's got insane dread. But the army... So, 3 very broken units. 4 very broken units. 5 very broken units, 6, 7 pretty much destroyed units, but a couple that are in good health, including some Urukai infantry that look very strong, against our forces, which, you know, we've got a decent army here. Let's see what we can do. We've got 2 units of horse archers, so if we can skirmish with them first, that would be positive. They've got good command. But I think I'll see you in the next episode. So, thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks again. Bye-bye.